but they cared to be great. They demanded to be great. And that's what you have to demand it of yourself.
Welcome back, one and all. Thank you very much for joining me again. Really appreciate you being with us, and hopefully we're bringing value to you. And I know when I talk to Bob Terson, we are. Love to have you on the show, Bob.
Thank you, John.
Hey, Bob, I read one of your articles about committing to greatness. Does that really apply in salespeople? Are we talking about we're going to commit to being great?
Yes, it's very applicable. All too many salespeople, John, just consider it a job, a way to make money, support their family. And it's all the real great ones. It's not that. It's a mission. It's a calling. And they want to be the best. They want to be great.
For themselves, for others around.
For everybody.
For everybody.
For everybody. For themselves, for their family, for the people they do business with. They want to be great. Malcolm Gladwell, one of my favorite writers, wrote a book, and in the book he talked about what it takes to be great. And he used certain individuals as examples. He used Bill Gates of Microsoft, who spent countless hours practicing, working on programming. He talked about the Beatles, who went to Hamburg, Germany, and spent years playing there, perfecting their craft. And Gladwell talks about 10,000 hours of practice to become great. That it takes 10,000 hours of doing, of practicing, of refining, of working to become great at something. It just doesn't happen. And you and I both know there are salespeople, they get hired, they go to work, and that's it.
And they don't change for 10, 20 years. They just do the same thing.
No, but the great ones are like the Beatles or Bill Gates. They're accumulating their 10,000 hours.
Mm-hmm.
They're becoming great.
You know, that really rings some bells when I look at some of the people I've worked with, some of the great salespeople and leaders. They have worked those hours. They haven't had a silver spoon. They've really worked from the ground up and got better and better through lots of practice. And practice doesn't mean just in the back room, it means with customers and so on. And they hone their skill, they hone their capability, they hone their ability to communicate and create value through the conversation for their customers, and they just become great. And you sit and watch them with customers, creating value for customers through that conversation, and it just happens so easily, and people trust them so well. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah. They have a sense of pride that you cannot teach. They care. It matters to them. They don't want to be ordinary.
And typically they've got a heart. We had breakfast this morning together, and you were talking about people with hearts this big.
Yeah.
Great people have hearts that big, don't they?
Yeah. There was a pole vaulter who won the gold medal in the pole vault in 2 different Olympics, the Reverend Bob Richards. And he once said, every day, ordinary people do extraordinary things.
Ain't that true? Ain't that true?
But you have to want to do these extraordinary things. And when you want it that badly, when you want to be really great at something, you spend the 10,000 hours, you perfect, you learn, you watch the great ones do what they do, and you copy them.
And practice it.
Yes, yes. But you have to care.
I have a son, Paul, who's absolutely committed to an art which is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and he's so humble in the way he does it, but he spends so much time working and practicing with all of the people he works with in that environment. And you know, it just, you've seen it, he would have spent a lot more than 10,000 hours on practicing that craft, and every little move, that now it's so natural, it just comes in. You know, the top black belts in the world are learning from Paul now.
And think of this. Let's talk about a 100-meter race. 100 meters. Do you know what the difference between the winner and the second place finisher?
Milliseconds.
That's what it is. That's all.
And the same in sales.
Yes.
The top salespeople versus those that just get beaten.
Yes.
It's milliseconds.
Yes. But they cared to be great. They demanded to be great. And that's what you have to demand it of yourself.
It's a big commitment, but we can all do it. You know, it's just a matter of making sure that we say that's where we want to go, and we put the hours in and commit to achieving that.
That's right.
And the other thing that I find, there's lots of people around. When you want to do that and you're striving for greatness, you'll find all sorts of people there ready to help.
Isn't that funny how that happens?
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's almost like it's rigged. You know. Yeah.
That's a great
People
discussion.
come out of the woodwork.
They do.
They just appear.
And become your mentor and so on.
Yes.
I've had some brilliant people, not that I've ever achieved greatness, but yes, we can all strive for that, and people will be. There's people with hearts of gold that will give of themselves for all of us if we just want to ask and want to show that we are working towards being great in some form or another. Hey Bob, that's a great discussion. Thank you very much. I'm really looking forward to doing more of these, and I appreciate your time.
I can't tell you how much I enjoy this, John.
Thank you, Bob. Look forward to the next time.